Why some men are unforgettable to women. Most men think attraction comes from saying the right things, but it comes not. It comes from how a man moves through the world. Here are some traits that make man irresistible attractive. First is he knows who he is. It means the world cannot shake him with all the noise trying to figure out who he is. He knows his values, he knows where he's going, he has his purpose, he has his direction. He knows who he is. And he does not lose himself while he dates because he is grounded in his foundation. He has built a life, or he is on the way of building his life. You don't have to wait until you have the success or money or status. You just have to know who you are as a person, as a core, as a soul. The second one is certainty. A woman relaxes around a man who knows what he wants. It doesn't just mean in life general, but also what traits of woman he wants. He doesn't question, does she like me? He knows when he sees the woman he likes. He knows when he wants to move a relationship further. He doesn't text, what do you want to do? He doesn't question. He just says, Thursday, 7 p.m., I'm taking you to this place because you already know what she likes. And that clarity allows a woman emotional safety. It makes her relax. That is where leadership comes in and where polarity is created, because the masculine takes the direction to lead and the woman can relax, because the woman is usually the internal and spiritual leader of the relationship, while the man creates the external structure for a woman to flourish. That does not mean she's better or you are better. It just means you complement each other. I had to tell my dog to stop making this noise. So, because indecision kills polarity. Why some men are unforgettable to women. Most men think it comes from saying the right thing, texting the right message. That only creates nervousness in you because you're focused on trying to get her hooked instead of attracting. Because what makes a man really attractive is how he moves through the world. And here are behaviors that make a man irresistible, attractive to any woman. First is certainty. He knows who he is. The world cannot shake his foundation because he knows who he is. It doesn't matter the projections the world is throwing at him. He deep down knows who he is. He doesn't need to explain himself. He doesn't lose who he is when he dates. He stays grounded and does not try to change himself for a woman. And a woman can relax with a man who knows what he wants, meaning what kind of woman he wants. Because once you know what kind of woman you want, not just she's beautiful, I want to get her laid, but what traits in a woman, what characteristics do you want to build a relationship with? And once you know this, you can move from certainty. And that means you don't ask her, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? That feels washy and kills polarity. That man just says, Tuesday, 7 p.m., take this dress on, I'll take you there. That creates attraction and gets her arousal active in a second. Because you already know what she likes and you don't question if she likes you or not. You just take what you want. And indecision kills polarity. Second, as you just figured out or heard in the last sentences, the man who leads experiences is unforgettable because he creates memories you share together. Most guys don't create good memories. You choose the place, and you move into action forward. You move a relationship forward because you know what you want. And not because she can't decide, but because you want to lead. And a woman can relax when a man creates structure, because the woman is the internal leader, she's the emotional leader. She sometimes shakes the emotions of a man out because she flourishes in moving like water through her feelings, and the man creates the structure and the direction. That is how we complement masculine and feminine together. It is not about fighting each other, it is about complementing each other with different traits. Third, emotional stability. He is grounded, and that is rare because most men are reactive in their relationships. But he stays stable and calm. When she's moody, he does not take it personal. When she's pulling away, he does not spiral. When she's testing or uncertain, he stays grounded because he has a life. He does not overreact, he just stays calm. And this stability signals this man can handle life, and this is why we test it unconsciously. We don't do it consciously. When we test, deep down I hope this man can hold it. We don't do it to push you away. And women attach to emotional strength. Here's why we choose successful men. Not because you have money, but it displays fast decision making, it displays discipline, it displays strength moving through life even when it gets bumpy. Those are the reasons. You already have the traits. You just need to apply them into your relationship. Fourth is a life that does not revolve around her, which means he has a direction to go. He knows what he wants in life, his purpose. He has his mission, his standards, and that creates respect that you desire, and respect fuels attraction. You don't try to get women to like you, you attract them by who you are. But you also don't have to be first successful or rich or have a huge status. You just have to know where you're going. That is what creates admiration. And women want someone they can admire because it makes us also want to achieve more and also nurture a man we admire so he can even lift up bigger. The fifth is selectiveness. A woman is intrigued by a man when she realizes he's not easily impressed. He does not follow every girl with a bikini picture. Not every girl that makes him a compliment is instantly on his email list. That is the reason why we check who you follow. Many men think women are into men that have a lot of options. It's kind of true. We like the feeling that other women are into our men, but the important distinction is that he's selective, which means he has the options, but he has certain standards and traits he wants and is not seeking for approval, and he has his standards. He's not easily impressed. And because this standard, when this man gives validation, it carries trust, because that makes a woman relaxed because she knows he's not going to cheat. Women also question it. This men often forget it. The sixth is unpredictability. This does not mean be on purpose unpredictable and go left or right and do this and then that. That is creating chaos. That is not creating direction. It just means a little bit mystery. Don't overdo it, but don't be an open book and overshare, because that's usually a feminine energy that brabbles all day, which is what women do. We talk all day long, which is why you love us, but sometimes don't understand us. But if you're a little bit mysterious, curiosity keeps emotional investment alive. The seventh and last one is allowing her to drop into her feminine energy. Now, how can you do that? It means she can soften. She does not have to control everything because you lead. She doesn't have to lead the interaction because you do it. She can just be. Now, this sounds what some men think, what do I get from that? Am I going to exchange money for her just being? No, you're allowing a woman that you desire because you're already selective in dropping into her feminine energy of being, which allows her getting online playfulness, softness. And when she's in the moment, most men are driven, they're always success, success, forward. That creates stress. But when a woman can relax and soften, she can get the man into the moment by being present. That is how and why we complement each other. That is why we need each other and do not need to fight each other, but need from lifting and empowering each other up. And when a woman associates a man with that feeling, she's always going to come back because people feel drawn to the environments where we feel the most alive. And the truth is, nowadays, women are also always hustling, they are making their own money, they have to pay their bills alone and do all the things that men do too. And it pushes us often into the masculine energy that we put our intuition somewhere up there on the shelf, and we've forgotten that we have this woman inside of us, but we have to suppress it because we also have a menstrual cycle, but it does not fit in this masculine driven world. But when a man comes who allows a woman to be in her soft feminine energy, he becomes unforgettable.